Welcome back to the show. Check out these headlines, and man, have we got them here. Is the crypto winter over? Oh boy, you're going to love it. And then Bitcoin quadruples in price, says one. We're going to hear who it is, and it ain't just anybody. SEC versus Ripple. The SEC's playing games. Are you surprised? Well, we've got the info for you. ETHgate and the mainstream media conspiracy absolutely confirmed, and you're going to get it in the Freedom Zone today. And Ripple, Mastercard, JP Morgan, Microsoft, and more. There's no stopping this train. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, $2.35 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up 4.1 on the 24 hours, 60,400 plus for Bitcoin. Who's happy they got some exposure to Bitcoin before the approval of those ETFs? Yeah, this guy is. 3,300 plus for Ethereum. And we know there's flaws with Bitcoin, but we also know we're an investor. We're not here to be a tribalist. We're here to make money. 3,300 for Ethereum right now, up 15% on the 7-day. XRP at the number 7 spot is up 8.3 on the 7-day. Tether market cap 98.9 billion plus. We're going to hit 100 billion here in the next day or so if it keeps going. Ranging between 58 and 59 cents, ladies and gentlemen. The market is humming. Could the crypto winter be over? Well, we have some things to take a look at today. One is Anthony Scaramucci from Skybridge Capital is going to give his prediction on Bitcoin, and watch out, hold your seat.
God bless you. Well, let me ask you this. You just mentioned Bitcoin. He is at odds with you on that subject. I'm not going to say he's been right about Bitcoin. He's probably been wrong about Bitcoin. He might have been right about actually the economy thus far, because he did say that he didn't think there were going to be interest rate cuts coming so quickly. And on that score, he has been 100% correct. On Bitcoin, he's been a lot less correct. We're looking at $56,925 on Bitcoin. We're now, about a month and a half, 2 months after these exchange-traded funds have been up and running and approved. Sort of walk through the math of where you think this all goes.
Listen.
Well, I mean, the first thing I would say, though, and, because I know Jamie does listen to your show, hopefully he catches this segment, I would just ask him to please do more homework, because people like Paul Tudor Jones or Stan Druckenmiller or somebody like Larry Fink, who's actually done the homework, were perhaps negative on Bitcoin prior to doing the homework. Andrew, it's a one-way ticket towards Bitcoin if you actually do the homework to fully understand the asset. But specifically, if you look at the last 14 years, you usually get a quadruple after a halving. And so Bitcoin right now is trading 57,000. I'm not sure where it'll be on or about April 20th when the halving actually takes place. But let's say it's at 50,000. That would imply over 18 months from the halving a $200,000 Bitcoin price. So,
whoa. Well, and as this conversation has progressed, we're now over 60,000. Could that mean if we stay above 60,000, we could see that quadruple after the halving 18 months out and it take us to 240? I don't know. But I tell you what, Anthony seems to be pretty bullish on the matter. So we'll keep a close eye on it. And here is Perry Ann Boring from the Chamber of Digital Commerce, and don't miss your opportunity to see her on stage with so many other incredible speakers and panelists that we're going to have at XRP Las Vegas. This is such a critical moment in this crypto digital asset space. I want you to listen to the hard work that's been done and what's about to be introduced. The House Financial Services Committee is pushing forward with Representative Mike Flood's bill to end SAB 121 this Thursday, which is a critical move because it could gouge crypto if it gets through.
We led that effort on the Hill. We did a very significant campaign working closely with Congressman Flood as well as many other members to help them understand just how devastating this is and why this really impacts the American financial system from being able to compete in this new technological frontier. And that led to Congress pushing on the Government Accountability Office to look into this. The GAO issued a report just a couple months ago, and their findings verify verified that the SEC had violated the Administrative Procedures Act in the way that it put forward the SAB 121 rules. And what that means is that Congress can completely nullify it. So just last week, a joint resolution was introduced in both the House and the Senate to fully nullify SAB 121 or end it. So there are some silver linings here, and we have seen a number of SEC actions towards the digital asset industry be shut down and disputed and fought. This is another example of that. Congress needs to pass this joint resolution, and if it does, we will end SAB 121. This is a huge focus of ours at the Chamber of Digital Commerce. We are putting significant pressure on Congress to get this done and to end SAB 121 for good.
No question. And shout out to the good work that's going on over there at the Chamber of Digital Commerce. Again, don't miss your chance to see Perry Ann, David Schwartz, Honorable Christian Carlo, and so many others, the CEO of Uphold and iTrust and Link2. It's endless. And I tell you, we have another announcement we're going to be making too. Super excited that we just got done last night. So go get your ticket. VIP tickets have already sold out. And listen, if you want to help support Perry Ann and the Chamber of Digital Commerce, get yourself a ticket on the XRP Las Vegas site for the Future of Digital Assets Benefit Dinner and have private dinner with Brad Garlinghouse and other special guests. It is going to be an amazing evening with a fireside chat included. Maybe other things too. So go get that ticket. You will not regret it. This conference is going to be paramount to understanding where this space is going and understanding the developments of the XRP ledger. And again, this is a reminder of the good work that the Chamber of Digital Commerce is doing out here is simply this. You can get that Future of Digital Assets Benefit Dinner from the XRP Las Vegas site because now the Chamber has gone and filed an amicus brief as they did with the SEC versus Ripple. They're now doing it on behalf of Kraken as well. It is time to get the SEC out of this space, period. Full stop. No question. Now let's take a listen to this. Jeremy Hogan spent some time on crypto law. Shout out to him and John Deaton. Let's all do what we can for John Deaton. He is a real leader. He is absolutely proven. There's nothing we need to see from him on that matter. He has shown it. But I want you to listen to what Jeremy Hogan has to say here about this crypto space because it's exactly the same narrative that Perry Ann Boren just got done explaining to us. It is a war out here. We have to stop the crypto ban, and the anti-crypto army is Elizabeth Warren. The general of the anti-crypto army is Elizabeth Warren. She must be stopped, and John Deaton is the one to stop her, and we're all the ones to put him there. Take a listen.
Point being is that these projects, and this is what I really want to talk to you about, this technology that could save you money, save you time, make your lives better, even saves lives, it's all under attack. And it's an attack that's just not a limit of what we can do with it, but it's an attack that literally would make it illegal here in the US, and I want to explain how and why. And so during my 15 minutes, I'm asking you guys to wake up, get involved, get political. If you are a developer, if you're a lawyer, if you're an investor in crypto, we are at war, and unfortunately, the other army is being led by, you guessed it, Chief Elizabeth Warren.
There's a new threat out there. It's crypto, and it is being used for terrorist financing. It is being used for drug trafficking. North Korea is using it to pay for about half of its nuclear weapons program. We can't allow that to continue.
Oof. Well, there she is. That's Senator Warren, and she hates crypto, and she is leading the tribe, we should call it the tribe, I guess, the tribe which is fighting against crypto in the United States of America. And the good news is that, though, she's a very truthful person, so she would never lie about anything.
New trouble for Senator Elizabeth Warren, which is just days before she's expected to formally kick off her presidential campaign. The Washington Post is out with a new report revealing a document where Warren claims Native American heritage in her own handwriting.
I'm sorry. Every time it gets me. Yes, she said that one of her ancestors has high cheekbones, and therefore she's Native American. In any case, yes, Senator Warren has authored the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, which sounds like a very nice, easy piece of legislation. And this is the current and largest battle against crypto there is. Now, a lot of people are paying attention to the courts, and the cases that are in the courts are important, and I'm preferential to them, of course. But the biggest battle in the crypto space has moved from the courts, which move slow, as you can know with the Ripple case, and are ponderous. The biggest battle has moved to legislation, because there is a good chance that we get legislation in 2025. And the thing is that the legislation that's passed cannot be Senator Warren's bill.
That's a fact, Jack. There ain't no doubt about it. And we covered this morning in the first video that Elizabeth Warren was backpedaling. You know, well, I'm not saying that we can't have crypto, because now she's feeling the pressure of John Deaton and the support that he's got, because even a coward and a liar knows what real leadership looks like. And there's nothing scarier to a person with zero backbone. And that's what Elizabeth Warren is. She's got to go, right? Got to go. What was the show where they had the cooking show, and then when someone got voted off or they didn't do well, they'd be, please pack your things and go. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I haven't watched regular television in over a decade, probably 15 years now, so I'm going back a bit. But nevertheless, Elizabeth, start packing. You're out of here. We have 36 weeks to expose Elizabeth Warren for the lying political hack that she has become. We need a real leader in Congress like John Deaton, and Deaton for Senate. Go there, follow him, donate money. I did. Let's help get this country united and back on track to being the greatest nation on earth. It can be done. And speaking of timing, 36 weeks left to get Elizabeth Warren out. SEC's looking for a little more time. They have requested a change to the remedies briefing deadlines, asking that, one, the SEC's opening brief deadline be extended to March 22nd, 2024. Ripple's deadline to file its opposition brief be extended to April 22nd, 2024. And third, the SEC's deadline to file its reply brief extended to May 6, 2024. I hope the judge denies it, after already citing that there's been an unfaithful allegiance to the law in this case alone, not to mention the multiple cases in this space. We've seen the SEC double down on their own lies. What do you need more time for, Gary? Try to find more lies? You know, at some point, I get where the judges take this very cautious approach, so everything is appeal proof. You keep feeding them rope, but they don't show up with the facts that make the case really meaningful. So what in the hell are we doing here? What are we doing? Meanwhile, XRP whales moved 324 million tokens amid the SEC's push for remedies deadline extension. Okay. I'm not one of those. I didn't move anything. Matter of fact, I could move everything and there would be no whale movement. There would be like, I think I felt a minnow touch my leg. It's the equivalent of my XRP bag. But I love it and I'm proud of it. Proud of what I've been able to do. Tell you that. Let's listen to what's going on as an overview around the globe here as we hear one comment on the crypto winter, and we're entering a regulatory spring as we break down what's happening around the world in a minute and a half here. You want this.
So basically we have, like this said, that US innovates, China develops, and EU regulates. And we have something really important here, that is the Brussels effect. So basically, what this means is that what we are seeing in Europe is most likely to be replicated in other regions. So it is
And it's important to know, if we do see what has been done in Europe and the EU with 27 nations with the MiCA regulations replicated, it's important to know that the only real crypto company that ever met with the EU Parliament is Ripple. Thought I'd throw that in there for you.
There's a lot of potential that we will see initiatives such as MiCA in other jurisdictions. This is kind of like a joke that we have, and like the Brussels network. Basically, it was crypto winter, but it was the regulatory spring, because we saw like a proliferation and different regulations worldwide. So we have El Salvador, was a really interesting one because they made Bitcoin a legal tender. US, you have seen everything that is going on with the SEC and securities and the how it is and everything that came out of that. Still discussions going on there. Dubai just published the DLT Foundation regime, which is actually intended to bring more projects into the industry. Qatar is also in the process of producing a regulatory framework for crypto assets, which is really interesting because it's focusing on tokenization, and they have a similar approach to Liechtenstein. And then we have Japan, who already has a similar regulation to MiCAR since 2020.
And there you have it. That's what's going on around the world. Now let's bring it
so
back.
Basically, we
Hold
have
on.
like...
We heard you the first time. Appreciate your contribution. But let's hear from Monica Long what's happening here inside of Ripple. This is news coming out of Ripple X ETH Denver here. And what we're hearing here is that we keep saying it, says Monica Long, the future is multi-chain, hugely excited for, I think it's Accelar, well, no, it's, now I've just totally crapped all over it. It's I don't even know. Yeah, Axlar, yeah, Axlar, however you want to say it, Jesus. And we're going to turn this into 10 minutes of me sounding out Axlar. You know. Nothing but the best. If you were ever wondering if I do a lot of editing after this, no, I leave all of this in. I'm a human being. I read it wrong. I had it right this morning. I keep confusing it. Let's get to the damn news, shall we? But nevertheless, Axelar Network to integrate with the XRP Ledger. 1, bringing more cross-border chain decentralized apps to the XRP Ledger. 2, providing liquidity for stable coins and other assets. You know, the same stable coins that everybody said should have been on the XRP Ledger a long time ago. And it was really at fault of Ripple for not having that foresight. I think that's wrong. I think the reason they've waited is the best reason to wait. There isn't any clarity. You're in the middle of a lawsuit. You don't want to keep doing things that bring more arguments for the opposition. They've gone into this as clean as they can go into this. And now this vetting audit process for legal finality is on its last leg, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're starting to see all this connecting and interoperability take place. And it is going to be a multi-chain world. I think Monica's spot on here and has always been. But what's interesting to me in this is that, don't forget, the XRP Ledger has a decentralized exchange. And you tie in all of these multi-chain ledgers to that decentralized exchange. You know, like Mastercard or Microsoft or JP Provenance, Ondo Finance. That's what we're talking about here. These kind of multi-chains. Ultimately, you can end up plugging them in to the XRP Ledger decentralized exchange for the world. Because that's where this is going, ladies and gentlemen. That's where this is going. Now we're getting ready to go back into ETHgate, and we're going to expose that the mainstream media is absolutely complicit, bought and paid for. You're going to see that with the contrast of what we're covering right now with ETHgate and why it is so. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Come on in. Welcome.